Princess Periwinkle. Once upon a time, there was a king and queen, and they had just had a baby. But then, all of a sudden, they heard footsteps. And then, boom, just like that, there were two evil knights. And do you know what the king said? He said, "Take the baby to safety. I'll take care of him." And then the queen took the baby and went to the forest. And then the queen searched all day and night until they found a tall tower and then a wall behind the tall tower. The queen wondered what was behind the wall, but she was just happy she got the baby to safety. The queen was very worried about the king, but she took care of the baby. She stayed there until her daughter grew. And do you know what she named her lovely daughter? Well, she named her Periwinkle, but her real name was Princess Periwinkle. Twice a day, Peri would ask her mom what was behind that big, tall wall. But it was no use. Her mom did not know. But Peri had a mind of her own. She had lots of questions, like what was behind the wall, how did she become a princess, and what had happened to her dad. Peri still loved her life, and Peri's favorite time of the day was when she and her mom would snuggle up in bed and her mom would tell stories of Peri's father. And when they were bored or had nothing to do, they would go to the couch and watch a movie with snacks and popcorn, or they would play lots of games. Then one day, Peri was thinking really hard about what might be behind that wall. Maybe a beautiful forest or a pretty lake. But then Peri had the best idea. She would climb over the wall and see what was on the other side. So at nighttime, when the moon was bright and the sky was dark, Peri crept out of the house with her favorite bag and her favorite stuff in it, and she started climbing. When she got on the other side, she fell asleep. When Peri woke up, she had remembered that she had climbed to the other side. So Peri was super excited to explore. But when she looked around, all there was a tree. But then Peri looked closer, and then she noticed that the tree was not a normal tree. The tree had a door on it. And you probably know what she did. She opened the door, of course, and when she did, she got sucked in. "Ah!" said Peri, and then Peri landed in a whole new world. Peri was more than amazed. But what was that flutter? Then Peri realized that those were wings on her. Then she saw some fairies. And were those unicorns and mermaids? Yes. And then Peri figured out that this was a world of mystical creatures. Then, all of a sudden, a male fairy tapped Peri. Then she said, "Hi, my name is Millie." Okay, said Peri nervously, because she had never had a friend before, because all her life she had been homeschooled. Very soon, Peri and Millie became BFFs, and Peri forgot all about home and her mom, and Peri slept over at Millie's house. At Millie's house, Peri played Sorry, Uno, checkers, and "Oh my," said Peri. "What?" said Millie. "It is midnight. Then we must go to bed." And they did. The next day, Peri woke, and they went to a bakery called Art and Bake. When they were there, they met a girl who was the owner of the bakery, named Lyric. They both got a muffin, and then Peri remembered that she had to go home. But how? Peri asked Millie, and Millie said, "I have to go deliver mail, or else the queen will be very upset." Then she ran off into the foggy morning distance. Before she did, she placed a very pretty necklace on Periwinkle's neck. But before she could ask Millie, she was gone. The necklace had rainbow pearls all around it, and two buttons that said, one that said transfer and one that said home. So Peri's smart, so she pressed the one that said home, hoping it would take her home. And do you know what? It did! But when she got home, her mom was very upset. And she told her, "Never go off like that. Do you understand me? I'm always super nice to you, but you are grounded." And so Peri went to her room, sadly and ashamed. But she wanted to explore the outer world. She wanted some excitement in her life. At midnight, Peri awoke and thought to herself, "My mom wakes up at 8:30 in the morning. That means if I go to Fairy Tale Land now, that means I'll have 8 hours to go to Fairy Tale Land and come back." So that's exactly what she did. When she got there, Millie asked Peri why she came so early. So Peri explained how she did not tell her mom about this world and sneaking out so she does not get in trouble. Millie took Peri to the donut store at o'clock. Then they played games and ate. When it was 3:06, they went to an amusement park and got shows that were rainbow. At 5:10, they went to Sun and Settle Beach and watched the sun rise beneath the rainbow water. Then they played and collected seashells, and then at 5:49, Perry went to Millie's house, and they hanged out until 7:50. And Perry realized she'd better be getting home, so she pressed home, and she went home. Then at 8:30, her mom woke up. When her mom woke up and told Perry to go collect her morning water, when she did, she heard an awful sound that was familiar. And when she heard it, she came running inside, for she had saw the knights. And they were not the nice knights you hear in other fairy tale books. They were the ones her dad had fought. So Perry told her mom, and then her mom changed into some armor and got her sword, then ran out of the house for battle. Perry hoped her mom was okay, because she didn't want to lose her mom too. When Perry's mom went outside, she got awfully hurt. And then the knights rushed into the tall tower. "No, Periwinkle's in there!" But the queen had hurt her leg and could not go help. So she grabbed her sword and threw it at the rope the knights were climbing onto. And so the rope fell, and so did the knights. And Perry tried rushing out of the house, but then she noticed that the rope had fallen off. So Perry knew there was only one way how to stop the war, and that was to go to Fairy Tale Land.